Welcome to my channel, Takia Tarot. Today is, hold on, September 18th, Thursday, 2025. Hold on. So before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. It's actually a very, very beautiful day out. So I'm gonna start pulling cards and see what happens. Actually, when I was like moving my decks around, the Three of Pentacles flipped up. Three of Pentacles upright. It flipped. It just fell out. I'll put it back in because whatever, right? But no, not whatever. Well, genius. All right. But anyway, so I kind of got the feeling that you have it's good. It's good. Obviously, you have people that are eager to work with you, to collaborate with you. They're eager because they know that it's going to benefit them in a way. And I know that sounds really like, that might sound like it's rubbing you the wrong way, but realistically, you put it like this, like you get a job, right, to make money, to work in that career so that way you can learn and grow, right? That's how it benefits you, right? So you do have people that want to collaborate with you because they know you would be a great asset. You would be befitting the team, right? They can teach you and guide you and blah, blah, blah. And then you can also, like, how you benefit them would be like a different perspective, or their point of view, or your point of view, or like your expertise, your skill set, whatever, right? So I do feel like you have people. This could be in your community, your family, your friends, your neighborhood, your job, career, your school, that people are looking at you as, this is someone that we can collaborate with. This is someone that we can work with. This is very positive, and a very, like, it's also refreshing too, is what I'm getting. I'm getting like it's refreshing, right? It could be the way you see things. It's very refreshing, right? So people are, it's kind of like, there's something about your qualifications, like you're just, they may not even explain it, but they just know, like, you got it. Okay, you're him or you're her, whatever. So that's that. Just wanna play that. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start pulling cards now. Oh, Seasons of the Witch. Hold on. Oh no! Oh man. My cards fell. Clear the path. That is so funny. Look, on the bottom it says clear the path. And a bunch of my cards fell. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover and grow from the revelations to come. That's pretty cool. Embrace the journey ahead with an open heart, ready to discover. So I feel like, I mean, I'm gonna clean that up, obviously. I do feel like, so you have people that want to collaborate with you, work with you, probably give you opportunities, right? I think all you have to really do is just, I mean, obviously use your discernment, use your intuition, blah, 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 all that good stuff, right? But I feel like for the most part, all you gotta do is jump. Because now I'm seeing the Fool in Tarot. Actually, that's perfect timing because I gotta clean up these cards. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. You forgot your pillow! Okay, so yeah, let me start with Seasons of the Witch. When is the fall equinox? Excuse me. Okay, it's coming up in a few days, actually. September 22nd, around 2:19 p.m. So, next Monday is the fall equinox, which will be officially fall.
Can I do this?
Sure. Oh, wait. Give you a hug first.
Oh.
I love you. Have fun. Alright. So there were two cards, and because my deck clarifying life situations and another deck fell, and one of them said heart's desire, and that caught my eye, and the other one said flames of passion. Those are the two that caught my eye in the clarifying life situations. And in the other deck, one of the ones that caught my eye said you're here for a purpose, or you have a purpose, something like that. And now what I'm getting in my mind's eye is pumpkin. And I feel like a couple months ago, I think it may have been in the fall or summer, when I talked about how, excuse me, for a lot of you in the collective, you're getting like, or your love is, this sounds so corny, right? And cliche, but like your, okay, love is going to, like any day now, it's fall, right? I did a reading a couple months ago where I talked about in the fall time, your love or your divine masculine, divine feminine will appear in a way around the fall season, all right? And the reason why it's pumpkin is because in this deck, there's a card called pumpkin, and I feel like it talks about like love or something. Not love, but like, hold on. Okay, I'm back. So yeah. Blah, 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 pumpkin, right. So for some of you, there could be, so I mentioned how you have people that want to collaborate with you, right? Some good, some bad, but for the most part, if you want to see it in a positive perspective, right, it's good, right? I'm also, because it's kind of like, there's something about a weight off your shoulders or something like that. So you do have people that want to collaborate with you, right? You have good people that want to collaborate with you. You'll know if they're not bad or ill intentions or for negative reasons. You'll know. Just use your discernment. Talk to God. That's it, right? You'll know. But for the most part, you have good people that want to collaborate with you. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because within that group of good people, there is one person in particular that is your divine feminine or your divine masculine. That is your match. Your, I'm getting, what's that word? Cohorts? What is that? Cohorts, yeah. This is the good people that want to collaborate with you will be considered your cohorts. A cohort is a group of individuals sharing a common characteristic or experience, such as a birth year specific event or a role in a study. The term originated with a unit of the ancient Roman army, but is now widely used in fields like medicine, statistics, sociology, and education to refer to groups united by a specific trait or shared experience over time. So, Students who begin and complete a program together, sharing the same curriculum and academic experiences. As an example, a band, your group of associates, supporters, or even accomplices. That's, that would be figurative cohorts. Medical and research cohorts, groups in a clinical trial or longitudinal study who are observed together over a period to track health outcomes or disease progression. Demographic cohorts, people born in the same year, a birth cohort, or individuals who have lived through a significant historical event at the same time. So these are people that you essentially have a lot in common with, right? But that's not to say that just because you have something in common, that doesn't mean you're meant to be, or the friendship is great, or the bond is great, or the relationship, whatever, or the job is great, right? You can have a cohort at your job because you work at the same job, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you like each other or you're cordial with each other, right? Or whatever, all right? I do feel like whatever, in the Three of Pentacles, you do have a lot of positive, good people that you can feel comfortable saying, oh yeah, we're cohorts, right? So that's good. But in there is a pumpkin. So funny because actually I was doing some shopping the other day and there was a guy, this older gentleman, and all he had in his cart was one pumpkin. One pumpkin, that's all he had in his cart. I just seen 1133. So it's so funny because I just heard he's coming to get you. So I feel like whoever is your pumpkin, divine feminine, divine masculine, they're picking you up. They're gonna get you. And I know that sounds so scary when I say it like that, right? Very ominous. But I mean, like they're coming for what's theirs, which is in their mind you. Like you are their person, so they're gonna get you. It sounds so creepy when I say it like that. Gonna get you. But it's not like that. It's like they're about to scoop you up. I don't know. All right, let's see. Let me get one card. Ancestors. Ooh. They hiss, a quivering so deep only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill awakened upon the spine. You're very connected. Very connected. I'm also getting you can hear things that are not spoken verbally. Okay, you can hear the unspoken, you can hear the unsaid. So if it was air, it would be like you can hear the wavelengths, the radio waves, the signals, the vibrations. You can hear all that. On the bottom of the deck, we have greet the darkness. Here where their spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. There's something about you that's so deep and profound that it cannot be ignored. And I feel like whatever you have inside of you, that could be one of the reasons why people want to collaborate with you, because it's like I said, you're either him, you're her, you have something that it would be for them. Three of Pentacles, right? These are all scholars, bosses, teachers, communicating, sharing ideas, learning. They know that it would be unwise to lose out an opportunity to collaborate with you. It's kind of like a once in a lifetime view of perspective. Okay, and they have it in their midst, so they're going to offer you something or collaborate with you or whatever the case it is. But at the same time, within there is someone that is looking at you as like a once in a lifetime opportunity for like their future. They're like a divine feminine or a divine masculine, and they're looking at you as like, yes, I'm about to go scoop them up. Okay, so it's all good, really. Greet the darkness. Here where the spine bends and the mouth quivers, breathes the hidden, the pieces that make you whole, but cut deep with all of their sharp edges. There's something about you that I gotta show you, because they got boobs, so I'll do that so that way you can't see their boobs. But that's what it says. Greet the darkness, right? And then ancestors came out. I feel like there's something about you that is like, it's kind of like, you ever see an amazing, beautiful creature, okay? An amazing, beautiful creature, okay? That would be you, collective. And it's so enticing, so inviting, so like you want it, you're drawn to it, right? But you know one wrong step and that thing's gonna devour you. One wrong, and that thing's gonna, or like if you're trying to like, it's like a fox deer, all right? Let's say you have this fox deer, and it's like one wrong step and you're gonna run through the forest and never come back. So I do feel like someone is approaching you very, very, very cautiously. I've been getting that energy of something like someone trying to approach you cautiously because they don't want to like startle you, and you run away, you leave, you disappear, whatever the case it is. I do feel like someone is trying to approach you with that energy, like just very cautious, because they know like if they can catch you, if they can scoop you, if they can get you, then it's like priceless. You can't put a price on it. But they know they've got something so amazing. It's like treasures beyond treasures, which would be you, collective, right? But they have to be very, very cautious because now they're in your territory. They're in the jungle now, right? So they have to be very, very cautious. Otherwise, that rare species of whatever, this is their moment. That's how they're thinking it. This is their moment, right? But they got to be very cautious because they don't want to startle you. And I feel like they're doing that. It's so funny. And I feel like they are aware that the minute that they overstep or they interrupt your peace, you're gonna, what? You just bothered my peace, I'm gone. Bye. This woman is sleeping. She also looks pregnant. Okay? Something about fertile seeds, harvest, bounty, essence, empress. I'm getting like earthy energy, very stable foundations, building. Also in the Three of Pentacles too. In this deck, the Three of Pentacles is a man who is building a wall from the ground up. Okay? So someone could want to build something with you, or they want to learn how to build something with you from the ground up, but they have to be very, very cautious, right? This could also be someone that's trying to learn how to approach you, right? So they don't startle you, because the minute that you detect something that you don't want to detect, or you shouldn't be, what was that? All right, that's too much. You're gonna leave, and they're being very, very cautious, right? Because to them, it's like any move they make, it can like make or break something, and they don't want to, like, this is like, you, what they have their eye on, like, I don't know, like the biggest prize, a Wheel of Fortune or some shizzle, which would be you, collective. So that's that. But I feel like all you're doing, you're just like resting, relaxing, enjoying your peace. You know what's going on. You know who's who. All right. I feel like you could even know who this person is, and I feel like that's another reason why they're treading cautiously, because they know that you know, right? The minute that you know something, they're like, tracks. I lost my chance, and then that's it. Okay, because you're very connected. You're very, I don't know, intuitive. There's something inside within you that is just profound and powerful and ancient. Okay, I can also cut deep. What is it that make you whole but cut deep with all their sharp edges? Yeah, there's someone that's like, it's like it's like, you know how when you go to the zoo, I'm getting a lot of caged animals. You know when you go to a zoo and you're like, yeah, I can't wait to see the lions, right? You're excited to see the lions, right? But you know, you better keep your distance, because that lion, right? When you go to the zoos, usually you see the lions, they're just lounging on the rocks, right? The cheetahs, they're just lounging on the rocks, their tails just flipping, and they're just laying down, sunbathing, right? But you know, right? You know, like, if you make one wrong move, that what's stopping that cheater from, like, charging at you, or what's stopping that lion from charging at you. So you have to be very, very cautious, all right? So this is how you're being seen, okay? Especially by this divine feminine or this divine masculine. And you're very protected, very, very protected. I'm also getting you could have faced multiple sides of yourself or defeated multiple versions of yourselves, right? It's always like a death and a rebirth, a death and a rebirth, a death and a rebirth, right? You have to sacrifice your old self in order to be your new self. Like when you are in elementary, grade school, right? You graduate from grade school, go to elementary, say goodbye to your grade school self. Now you're in middle school, right? And then you graduate middle school, you got to say goodbye to your middle school self because now you're in high school. Graduate high school, say goodbye to your high school self because now you're going into college. Graduate college, say goodbye to your college self, and now you're becoming an independent adult, right? So you've defeated and said goodbye to many versions of yourselves. So, what was that song I just heard? It's like as soon as I started hearing it, it went away. It's gonna come back, I know. It's gonna come back. It's like, you know how like when you're playing music on a radio and then you start to turn the music up loud, but then you gotta like, oh wait, what was that? So you turn it down, right? It was literally just like that. As soon as it went up, it went down. So I couldn't really get the lyrics. So that's probably because there's something else that's about to come in. Watch out for flying monkeys. That's why. Look. Watch out for flying monkeys. And I just said that's because something else is about to come in. So you've got people. Flying monkeys. You ever seen the Wizard of Oz? So the Wicked Witch of the East, I think, or the Wicked Witch of the West. Listen, she was the Green Witch. My pretty. That one, and she had the flying monkeys that would do her bidding, that would go and torment Dorothy on her behalf, and like would keep her updated on what Dorothy was doing and where she was going, and oh, Dorothy made new friends, I see, right? It's BS like that. You have someone. It could be a envious witch, because I do feel like the Wicked Witch of the West, or was it the East? I don't know. She's green, and I feel like whoever this witch is, so you could have a karmic feminine that's in your China, whatever, that's green with envy. She's trying to send out flying monkeys just to like, it's more like spy and track you. That's it, just to keep an eye on you, right? I don't know who gave her that authority, but it's not gonna work out because. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. Alright? Oh, boy. Alright, oh, listen with your third eye. So you're gonna know who these people are. So yeah, don't worry about it. Who's the flying monkeys? Oh my god, no, you don't have to be all worried and stressed out about that. Because one, they're irrelevant, and two, they're irrelevant, and three, you're gonna know. So, you'll be fine. You'll be fine, don't worry about it. It's just someone that's really envious and jealous. I feel like it's real envy though, because I feel like there's jealousy, right? But then like envious, it's like that. That's like deep within you. That's like people do some crazy things out of envy, right? Competing with people, stealing from people, copying from people, right? And then when that doesn't work, they're like, what? Right? They're like freaking out. So I feel like whoever this envious witch is, she could have been sending flying monkeys your way. For some reason, I don't know, there's something on her end that's not working. It's not working. So she's gonna send out another batch of flying monkeys your way, okay? But you're gonna know. I need to look something up. Listen, I just want to throw this out there for anybody who I feel like there's something about you that is really and making this witch. This witch could be a karmic feminine, could be a karmic masculine, but they're envious, okay? Because you know who's who, what's what. You know they're flying monkeys. You know what they're about. You know what they're up to. You know why they're even like, why are you flying around me? I know why, right? What happened? You want an ice cream cone? Okay, but okay, I'm gonna start cooking dinner soon. Okay, so when I finish dinner, you can have a treat. All right?
Oh, that's my neck.
That's not possible. I haven't even cooked dinner yet.
My teeth is here. I can't find my teeth.
Well, you threw it out because you didn't want to eat it because it was no good. But that's okay. When I make you dinner, then you can have a treat. Okay? So you just have to be a little bit patient with me.
But I don't want to.
Okay, well, either way, baby, you have to be patient. All right? Oh, she's gone. Earlier today, I saw what I thought I saw was a flying bat. Right? I thought I saw a flying bat. But when it landed, it was a pigeon. So I feel like you're going to get a message about someone doing something at night. So bats are nocturnal creatures. There are even vampire bats where they suck blood. They are carnivores, I believe. But they're also, no, they're omnivores because they're fruit bats. There's fruit bats. But bats are really good at hearing. It's like echolocation. Pigeons actually are connected to, they're related to doves. They're actually the same bird, right? Just painted a different color. People call pigeons rats that fly, but that's because they're not even supposed to be where they are. They were put there. But I'm getting like a messenger pigeon. Huh. So someone could be eavesdropping, or you could be getting a message about someone eavesdropping. But something is not their business. What is that? You know what happens every time? I'm gonna get like a bazillion messages like right after I end the reading. So there's probably a reason why for that, of course. I'll figure it out. I always figure it out. So this person, they're over there. Leave them over there. Okay, they're just trying to like get into your business. This could be, oh my god, that's what it is. Thank you. That's what it is. These flying monkeys. This person. they're trying to eavesdrop on something or get information on something about you, but they can't because they're at a distance. So they're sending out the flying monkeys to eavesdrop, right? So if you're having a conversation with someone, there could be another person around. They're eavesdropping on your conversation and sending it back whatever they hear to this person, this witch. You've got flying monkeys around you that are eavesdropping on your conversations, on the things that you say, the things that you talk about. They want to hear because they're bringing back whatever they hear. It could even be, oh yeah, they ate an ice cream bar at 3 o'clock today. Okay, this person is taking notes. Everything, anything. It's going back to this person. That's what it is. That's what it is. This person, that's why they're setting out flying monkeys to eavesdrop on you. Not exactly monitor spirits, right? But because I feel like this is something physical. Like it's not. It's like they're passing something on verbatim. Like it's like old school. That's what that is. This witch is sending out people, flying monkeys, to be around you, to eavesdrop on you, to listen in on you, and whatever they hear, they're sending it to this person. This person, they're trying to listen to that information to piece things together, to see if they can, like, there's some big mysteries around you or revolving you, but like I said, because something is not their business, I said that. Your life is not their business, and they're trying to figure out your life through word of mouth, through what other people are hearing you talk about, or what other people are hearing you say, whatever, or other conversations that people had with you. They feel like they can piece together your life, who you are, what you are, by that alone. And that's the craziest thing. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Yeah, you know this. It says listen with your third eye, so you know this. They like to play the blame game. They're trying to look for something or waiting to hear something to blame you. They want something to be your fault. They're trying to blame you for something. So they're waiting to hear. Okay, now what did they say? Okay, now did you talk to them? When you have a conversation with them, what did they say? Okay, now what happened? And this and that, and this and that, and this and that. And it's just like, that is crazy. Someone is waiting to blame you for something. So that's what they're doing. You're over here minding your business, resting. For some of you, you could be pregnant, or you could be ideas or birthing something new. Or a lot of you could be soon to be expecting, right? Because you're pumpkin. It's the fall season. Also, not to be that kind of person, but once the cold weather hits and the winter hits, kind of people don't want to be outside hanging around, chit-chatting, partying anymore. People don't want to do that. People want to stay inside, right? So what happens when grown adults tend to be in a close proximity together in the wintertime, right? Doing it and doing it and doing it well, right? So that's that. Not everybody, all right? Some of you could be abstinent or celibate, so, you know, but others of you, when you meet your person, you guys are going to be making some heat in the wintertime. Alright, so you have this person over here trying to send out feelers, essentially, trying to see what they can hear so they can blame something on you, whatever. You're not worried about that. You don't care about that because you're resting, relaxing. You already know that's what's happening. You already know, right? You're not worried about that. So right now you're being seen as like this majestic creature that people want to, like, you know, but they have to be very cautious. They don't want to startle you. Right? It's like, don't wake her up. If you wake her up, we're all cooked. We're all done for. Run! Families that sleep together stick together. Family secrets. So the person that could be sending out these flying monkeys could be somebody in your family. It could be multiple people in your family that are working together. What happened, baby?
My mom is in school.
It's
for school?
Yes, baby. Your mermaid is for school. You cannot wear it right now.
Oh, but it's never home.
Not right now. So these people could be in your family, right? I'm getting like they're trying to find a way to meticulously eavesdrop and find information on you. And oh, did you talk to so and so? excuse me, recently, did you talk to so-and-so recently? Oh, what did they say? What did they tell you? So that is my goodness. I feel like there's something going on with these people's lives that's not exactly going the way they want. It's not going the way they hoped it would be going. So for some reason they feel like because their life is crap, you must be doing something. So they're doing some weird. They're trying to build a puzzle that doesn't exist. Those pieces don't exist. What picture are you trying to paint? You don't even have the colors for that because those colors don't exist. So they're doing that. Let them waste your time. You want to run around in circles? Go ahead. Let them. It's like a false quest. It's going to lead you nowhere, but that's your business, right? Go ahead. You want to do that? Go ahead. Because by the time they realize what they need to realize, just let them. Anyway, so the reason why they're doing that is because they feel like you. If their lives are going to crap right now, they feel like you're doing something. You must be saying something. You must be doing something, or you must be. That's why I was getting that. That's why I had looked something up. They could feel like you're doing witchcraft or being demonic or whatever the case it is, or trying to condemn you, right? But it's so crazy because, God. So let me tell you this real quick. If these are people in your family that they're not doing so well in their lives right now, all right? And you could be doing them great. These are people that are not doing so well in their lives, so they feel like you must be doing something. So they're sending out people, or it could be monitoring spirits to see or hear. It's mostly they want to hear something. They want to hear. It's like he said, she said, because they feel like if they hear it, then that confirms everything. But you got to be careful because he said, she said. It's not always what he said, what he said, what she said, what she said, and that's not okay. Well, do you have the evidence to back this up, to prove? You could say one thing, right? You could say, "Oh yeah, Sally pushed me." You could say that all you want, but is there proof that Sally pushed you? Do you have the evidence to provide that? Do you have a picture? Do you have a photo? Do you have a video? Do you have that? And I feel like these people, they just want to go by what they hear. And that's also going to be their downfall. They want to go off of by what they hear, not realizing that alone, that's not going to amount to anything, especially in a court of law, right? You can say, oh yeah, Sally pushed me, so I want to press charges. Okay, well, when and how, and right? I broke my arm because Sally pushed me. But come to find out, your arm's been broken for like a week, and you're saying that Sally pushed you today, right now. So it's things like that. It's not adding up. So they're waiting to hear something about you, to plug in some piece of a puzzle that they're trying to build a story, a narrative, or this could also be in the past tense, because they want to blame you for something. Let's say their life is going to crap, and they think, oh, well, the collective's doing magic on us. That's why our lives are like this. So they're waiting to hear something like that. And that's not going to happen. They just want to blame you or blame anybody or anything for the reason why their life is the way it is. They're trying to escape some sort of accountability with why their life is the way it is by putting that on you. That was such a roundabout way of saying that, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. So, the thing that I had looked up, right, they can be like kind of trying to condemn you for like witchcraft and things like that. But it's so crazy because people don't understand. People are quick to say crystals and incense and tarot and this and that and this and that are all demonic, right? People are so quick to say that. But if that's the case, you need to drop your phone. Put your phone down. Put your phone down. Put it down. Stop using it. If you really feel that way, stop using your phone. Every single cell phone, this is a fact, look it up. Every single cell phone has a crystal in it, a quartz crystal, which it's used for timing and frequency. So they're over here condemning you, oh, they use crystals, they're demonic. So put your phone down. If you really feel that way, put your phone down. Every single phone has a crystal, a quartz crystal that is used for timing and frequency. So they're condemning you. They want to say, oh, you're doing magic on it, blah, blah, blah. But you're not even realizing that half the time these people, they're doing the magic themselves. You're putting all your energy into your phone, social media, scrolling, doom scrolling. You're not collective. You're not whatever's going on in their lives, that's not your problem. That has nothing to do with you. Let them be. And you know this is why they're doing this. You know why. You know who. You know this. You know that. You know why. Right? And these could be people in your family. If you really felt that way, stop using your phone. Oh, well, I need my phone. Okay, well then. Well, my phone. Well, that's not the same. Okay, well. It's a pick and choose, right? It's a pick and choose with these people. Right? These are the same people that says, oh, well, God doesn't love gay people, but they'll eat seafood and wear mixed fabrics, cut their hair, right? It's pick and choose. So don't even, I'm not going to worry about that. I don't care about that. These are the same people that want to pick and choose, but they're also running in circles. It is what it is. Look it up. Every cell phone has a quartz crystal inside of it that helps with timing and frequency. So you can't sit here and say, oh, that's demonic. So is your phone. If you really want to go down that route, your phone is demonic too. Right? Your phone is... Now, here's the thing too. If you were to time travel with your phone back in time, people would think you would be a witch or a sorcerer, because what is that magic box in your hand? The first word is what? Magic box in your hand, right? You're conjuring up information. People are, it's like you have access to information, right? You're literally conjuring up information at the tip of your fingertips like that. And sometimes these are the same people that would go on social media and be like, oh, why are tomatoes orange? Use your magic. It's in your hand, right? Go look it up. But anyways, who cares? Secret addictions. These people are addicted to watching you, stalking on you. They're addicted to your life, your lifestyle, who you are. 444 protection. The universe and your spiritual guides are protecting you. They're protecting you. One of the reasons how they're protecting you is with your third eye, because you know who's who, what's what. You know who these people are. You know what they're doing. You know why they're doing it. Right? That's very important. The whys. The whys are very important, right? The whys. The whys can make or break something. It truly, truly can. It can. Right? So let's say there's a man and he unalived another man. When you hear it just like that, it's like, oh my gosh, that's a crime. You should go to jail, blah, blah, right? But then the whys come in. Why did this man unalive this other man? Well, come to find out, the man that unalived the dead guy, turns out that dead guy was a pedophile. When you hear the why, it's like, oh, okay, that's justified, of course, right? The whys matter. So in this situation, you know why they're doing it. So because you know why, it's like you can go ahead and rest. You can relax. You can close your eyes. You can breathe, because ultimately their whys, they're not going to hold up in court, or they didn't hold up in court. So spiritual lessons, yeah. You know exactly why this is being done. Character development for the plot, right? Blah, blah, blah. Your sister. So your sister could be somebody that's sending out flying monkeys, right? To try and see, well, why is my life this way? Go find out they're doing magic on my life. Maybe that's why my life is such crap. Or this could be your brother. There's sirens in the background. That's a lot. So, for some of you, this witch could be your sister, or this witch could be your brother that's sending out flying monkeys because their life is not going the way they want their life to be going. They feel like you're doing magic, so they're waiting to hear some sort of confirmation about that, to then blame you for why their life is the way it is. And they are addicted to, I don't know, their phone, social media, but they want to condemn you, witchcraft and demons and demonic, but who's the one with the secret addictions here, right? This could be more than one people in your family that's doing this, and they want to blame you so bad because their life is the way it is. That's not your problem. And you know that's not your problem, right? They're going through spiritual lessons, and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to believe it. They don't want to, no, this is not a lesson. This is not, my life shouldn't be like this. It's the collective. They're doing something. That's why my life is the way it is. No, your life is the way it is because God is trying to tell you something. God is trying to show you something. You don't want to, you're going to run around in circles ignoring the lesson, trying to blame the collective, and then that's what I'm saying. By the time they realize this, you're 10 years in the future. 10 years in the future, and they're gonna when they lift their heads up, they're gonna be like, oh wow, I wasted all this time when I could have just blah, 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 blah. So let them run around in circles, right? Let them. That's not your business. And I feel like this is, I'd rather this come out than talking about your pumpkin, because if you have this flying monkey trying to eavesdrop, I'd rather keep your pumpkin your business, right? So my ears feel really, really hot and red. Like the tips of my ears feel really, really hot. I'm hearing going once, going twice. When I was growing up, I used to hate my brain. But now, I'm like, you know what? This ain't so bad. I kind of like my brain. There's a lot of chaos surrounding someone. This could be a brother of yours or a sister of yours. I'll just say sibling. But there's a lot of chaos. I'm talking internal chaos surrounding a sibling of yours. You need to stay away from that. It's like black sludge that's trying to attach itself onto you. Alright? Hey! Cool, I came in. My nose is getting stuffy now. I gotta finish this reading because I gotta start cooking dinner for my baby. My little baby. I gotta move this, hold on. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh. What is it? Okay, well, we are good to go. All right. King of Wands upright. Ooh. I don't know why, but I've been getting a lot of Barty Crouch, and there's this one scene in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and when they're all doing the first task, the first test, the first tournament, he's handing them the little baby dragons, right? And that would represent the kind of dragon that they would have to defeat, but like in a massive life-size version. And then, what was it? Well, I don't know. It's one of the dragons, right? And he's like, ooh. It's just so funny. So we have the King of Wands upright, also the Protector. So someone is wanting to protect you while you're sleeping. So you could be sleeping, taking a nap. This could also be like your spirit is just at peace, right? You're at peace within thine self, which is delicious, perfect, amazing. I love that. Congrats. You win. You go. So, I mean, look at it. She looks so peaceful and relaxed, right? She's done all the chopping. She cut everything out of her life that she needed to cut out. Cut everything out, right? All that dead wood is gone, and she's earned that rest, that peace, that relaxation. And her ancestors are like, okay, we just making sure that my baby's good, right? It's like when you're a mom, your baby's finally resting, right, for the night. They're now in bed, and you just like, check into their room, look over them, making sure they're at peace, and you're like, okay, right? Somebody wants to have you in this energy. And the thing is too, like if you're a divine feminine, somebody wants you to be in that feminine energy, that divine feminine energy where you can just like, I'm going to take a nap. Right? So yeah, this could be a King of Wands. So there's a King of Wands. and then there's a protector. So whoever this person is, they have a lot of passion and love for you. Now we're going to the pumpkin. I'm sorry, I didn't want to go into the pumpkin, right? But I'm actually going to cut the tarot short, though, right? If I feel like it's getting a little too mushy. But so I'm going to do that. Anyway, so you have this divine masculine. That's your pumpkin. They want to protect you, right? They could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, have that somewhere highly aspected in their chart, where it's just about because they know who they are, they know what they want, they're very confident in that, and they have the strength to back it up. And also with that Sagittarius energy, like, they have their arrows pointed at you. They're about to come scoop you up. It's you. You're the pumpkin that they picked and put into their cart. All right, and they're protecting. They have deep intentions to protect you. They want you to maintain your peace. They're gonna make sure that they do what they can on their end, so that way you are maintaining your peace. So you can, like, it's kind of like I was getting this earlier, where a man. So there was like a woman sleeping, and the man was like, "Well, don't wake her up. She's sleeping." All right, that's the conversation I heard. So this could be that's going to be happening for you, or for a lot of you. This could be happening right now, right? So if it's not like physical, it's just like they just want you to be at ease and relax. And sleeping is one of the moments in your life where you're actually like you're most vulnerable, right? So someone wants to protect you. They see you as vulnerable, right? But they also don't want to startle you, because if you wake up, you're gonna flee, and they don't. Just let them sleep, right? So it's like that. Or like if you wake up a sleeping lion and they're now ready to charge, it's like so majestic, so beautiful. But don't you dare wake up that sleeping lion, right? Alright, I'll get 3 to 4 more tarot and then I'll close the reading. Oof. Temperance in the maze. Wow. I feel like this person, they want to, because it's kind of like, I see that you're already at peace, so I know you're not going to bring me chaos, right? So if I have my peace and you have your peace, we're just going to make more peace together. Granted, there's the everyday relationship, this and that, marriage, this and that, job, this and that, life, this and that, children, this and that, right? But for the most part, overall, if I'm at peace and you're chaotic as heck, which could be the sibling, chaotic as heck, if I'm at peace, do I feel like you're going to bring me peace? No. You're going to bring me chaos. So this person has been chopped from your life. The sibling, they're gone. But this King of Wands, they're also at peace within themselves, and they see you because you're relaxed. You're resting, right? And for some of you, if you're pregnant, I truly believe that a pregnant woman should not be stressed. Listen. I truly believe that a pregnant woman should not be stressed. Now, granted, the choices that she makes are on her. So if she's choosing that, right? But that's not my business. But for you collective, if you're pregnant, this man is making sure that you have a stress-free pregnancy. Or if you're not pregnant, even if you're just at peace, they want to make sure that you maintain your peace. And they can do that because they themselves are peace. They are at peace. Right? They can do that. There's like these light spots in this maze. This man wants to create with you. For some of you, it could be a baby, it could be a foundation, it could be building something, it could be an idea, it could be an opportunity, it could be a job, whatever the case it is. But you do have this King of Wands that wants to create with you, and they feel like they can do that because you're at peace. So it's kind of like all they got to do is bring you the offer instead of waiting for you to heal and do this and, fight your demons and blah, 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 blah. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And they don't have to teach you and guide you. You already did it all. You're divine feminine. You did it all. Okay? You do what you had to do. You chopped all that wood, that dead, decrepit wood, and You're like, oh, I can rest now. Your answer is like, yeah, go ahead, rest. We'll watch you in the spirit. This man wants to protect you in the physical. Okay? Ooh, very nice. Queen of Cups. So you could be this Queen of Cups, or you're being seen as a Queen of Cups, or it's just that. Or it's the fact that this person feels like you have the ability to create, like this man has a dream. They feel like you're the one I want to create that dream with. I want to manifest that. That dream could have to do with the foundation of home. Alright, joining finances together. That's also that 8th house energy. Joined finances, other people's finances, joining together, right? So this man could want to join with you to build some sort of foundation. That's their dream. Wow. That's the dream that they want, that they have, and they know they can do that with you because it's temperance energy. They feel like there's something about the dream, like when they fantasize you in their dream, it brings them peace. Like it just feels good. It feels right. Right? There's no confusions. There's no what ifs. They just know. This man is like a mirror to you. And this man is watching you sleep and they're like, it's okay. Don't wake her up. She's sleeping. So yeah, this man wants to protect you in the physical, and your ancestors are protecting you in the spirit. And then you know what? And then you have this sibling over here that's not trying to listen to the lessons, right? And they could be calling your name. She's not listening. She's not waking up. She can't hear that. She's sleeping, right? Like this person could be calling your phone. And why aren't they answering? Because I'm sleeping. What do you mean? I'm not going to wake up to listen to your chaos. I'm sleeping, right? And this masculine could even know that, like, don't wake her up. She's sleeping. You're going to call her just to talk about your drama? Don't do that. She's sleeping. She's had a hard day of chopping wood. What have you been doing? Don't wake her up. Don't wake her up. This is the last one. We have the Ace of Wands reverse. Ooh. The Ace of Wands reverse. Ace of Amber. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Someone is trying to put out your flame or your fire. And someone could also be doing magic, so that way there's no passion between these two people. I don't think that's going to work, but I do see someone that's really trying to do this. So I feel like it could be the sibling that's trying to do... It's so crazy because this sibling could be accusing you of doing magic, but they're the ones that's trying to do magic on you. Right? But I feel like you could have a sibling that's trying to do magic on you and you're masculine, so that way you're not paying attention to each other. So the sibling would be like, well, since you're not paying attention to him, pay attention to me. If you're not paying attention to her, pay attention to me. So it's like that. That's what they're doing. And it's like you're wasting your time doing that. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Trees, and they're not going to let this go. They need to. They need to let this go. But they can't let go of the fact that there's 2 people coming together with the 2 of Cups, 2 of Chalices. And look. There's 2 people. And the 2 of Lotuses, there's also 2 people. So I feel like these 2 people, whoever the sibling was, they could have been within direct eyesight of you. They could have had like a clear vision of you and your person. And then, I don't know, you had to chop wood, and now they can barely see you at a distance. This person is now at a distance. And it's because they don't want to, they're trying to like put out some sort of passion or spark. That's what they're doing that. And they don't want to stop doing that because they feel like if you don't have any passion for each other, you're going to have all this extra energy, you can put it into me, and that's not how that works. If I have extra energy, I'm going to put that into myself. I'm not going to, right? That's like, if you're not in a relationship, then what do? This person will be like, well, what are you going to do if you're not in a relationship? This could be like someone that's male-centered, right? They need to have a man, or they need to have a woman. Bless you, but it's kind of like, if you're not focused on your partner, then you're going to focus on yourself and do what you got to do. And I feel like that's where they messed up. I feel like they were doing magic so that way you and your person wouldn't have some sort of passion or desires for each other, and that really backfired on them because it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do something, so you turned that energy inward and started chopping wood. You found all that extra strength. Had you been putting it into your person or searching for your person, all that extra strength, you started chopping that dead wood and chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping, and that included them. So they kind of did you a favor, right? So anyways, this is a reading by